everybody, it's Bryan, and you are listening to the Course Building Secrets podcast. Whether you're a coach or a CEO, the success of your team and clients is based on your ability to deliver a consistent experience and guide them on the fastest path to results. This podcast will give you practical, real-life tips that you can use today to build your online experiences that get results and create raving fans. Why? So you can monetize your expertise and serve more people without adding more time or team to your business. If you're looking to uncover your $1 million framework, package it and use it to scale, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Welcome to today's episode of the Course Building Secrets podcast. I am thrilled that you are here today. Hey, in this episode, I want to talk about your offers. So here is the biggest challenge that people have is not so much their core or signature offer, it's the next offer. And usually that's a some sort of back-end continuity program, some way that you're helping your customers continue the experience. And here is the biggest challenge that you have most of the time is that if you aren't doing an awesome job of teeing up the offer and the value and sort of the why that somebody needs to keep moving forward and what the commitment looks like, then what you tend to hear is, well, I can't afford that, or I can't do that right now. I'll do it in the future. So I was working with a client the other day, and they're struggling with this very issue of they have a continuity program on the back end. It's a high ticket program. And it is one that, is a commitment for their people to continue working with them. And they weren't getting the actual traction that they wanted as they were moving forward. And so what happened was they were going to do a super low offer for the people who couldn't afford the real offer that they had. And it was a significantly lower price point. And so they had this lower price point and then the price point that they wanted people to pay for the continuity program. And the challenge becomes, why would somebody pay the full amount if they're getting the same access to you and to the program and all of the things that are in the continuity program at this discounted rate? Like, what's the incentive for them to actually join the full program? So before you make a decision on, well, I'm just going to add a lower ticket option so people can continue, or I feel bad that they're not able to pay or whatever, the question becomes, how do you make sure you're not cannibalizing your core offer? And so the very first place that I have people start is look at your offer. Are you showing the value that your offer has, right? So if you have it at a certain price point, don't just make up a price point and put it out there. You have to be really confident that the value that you're giving is, oftentimes 10x what the price is that you're charging. And if you can show that to people and you can show them the price to not joining, right? Like, how much is it going to cost them to not join? And how do you relate it to something else? A lot of times you could be like, well, you could go back and get your MBA for $40,000 a year or whatever it is. Or you can join this, right? Like that's a comparison pricing value stack. Or you say you get all of these things where they feel like they're getting a deal at your price point. Or they feel like if they're not doing it, it's going to cost them time. It's going to cost them in something else, right? So work on that language first. And then if you still want to do a lower ticket option for people who maybe can't afford it, I would recommend some alternatives. One is, and this is sort of what we had talked about with the client, is creating a bridge offer, right? If they're in transition, if, the first part of what you have, the first problem you've helped them solve is to move from, A to B, but you really want them to get to C, and between B and C is, there's kind of a lull in income or there's a lull in something, then maybe you just create a bridge that has a limited amount of time that they're able to pay that amount, that lower amount, and they have less access. Because at the end of the day, you want to drive them towards the highest value offer where you're giving the real experience, right? You don't want to have multiple people in multiple different versions and at price points, because then it just gets too muddied and you cannot then lift them out of one and into the other. And so you could create that bridge offer that's limited by time, limited access, so that then they're still incentivized to join the core continuity offer. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is you could keep the price point where it is and provide a scholarship. Have them apply for a scholarship. Why is it that they can't afford the program? And then you offer a couple scholarships each cohort or each time or whatever. And what that does is, again, it puts people in a place where they have to ask for it, they have to apply for it, and you grant them access to the program. Again, maybe not full access, but you grant them access to the program, and then they're able to join when they're ready to join. And so by doing that, again, you're driving them towards the actual offer that you want to do. And the simplicity of that helps you not only manage it, but it also keeps you in strategy for making sure that you're not cannibalizing your offer, you're not confusing your buyers. You give them too many choices, they don't know, and naturally people want the best deal, right? They want to pay the least amount to get access, to get into the program, to get whatever, right? And so just be really careful when you look at offers and you look at adding kind of additional offers, or the second thing I'm going to say is random offers, right? Like one-off offers for like this one random person who came to you with this, specific reason why X, Y, and Z, right? Like the more you go off and do customized solutions, the less you're moving into actually growing and scaling the program that you want to scale. You want to bring people to you who want to pay, who want to be a part of it, and who are going to participate. You don't want to convince people that they should join, right? And so if you're spending all of your time on these ad hoc, like one-off requests because you want to accommodate people, the question becomes, like who's in charge, right? And so staying true to your offer, believing enough in your offer and the value and the experience you're giving people actually does better for you as the business owner, right? Because you're not trying to figure out how to customize all these random requests, which gets very confusing very quickly, and becomes an administrative nightmare. But it also gives a very clear direction and experience to your people. And so a lot of times we think, oh, well, we really want to help them by customizing a new offer or giving them this extra little thing or bringing them in early or whatever. But it actually doesn't serve them if you do that, right? What serves them is when you say, here is the approach, here is how it works, and here's how I know I can guarantee success. So, come on in and do this. If you want to do it different, you need to go find someone else. It's going to free you up in lots of different ways, right? The energy of having to manage it, the effort, and at the end of the day, when you look at the bigger picture, 9 out of 10 times it causes more chaos than it's worth. So there you go. That is my course building secret for today, is when you look at your offers, especially that second back end offer, make sure that it's clear and you believe in it and you can help drive people into it to help them get success. The more you monkey around and try and customize it because one person has a request or they can't afford it or whatever else, instead of starting with creating something to match what their request is, think about how you can change the way that you're explaining it, the way that you have positioned it, and how you can get better at that so people know exactly what they're going to get when they come in and why they need to join at the price point that everyone else is at. All right, there you go. Hopefully that serves you. If you have questions about this or you want to talk through your offers, like if there's something kind of funky about what you've been doing and you've found yourself in a position where a lot of my clients have found yourself in a position where you have your core offer and then you've got all these people who are doing kind of different things, give me a shout. Well, this is one of the things that we help people do when they simplify their systems, simplify their process, and simplify their offers so that they can provide the best experience for their people. Um, and so let me know if you want to talk through that. There's a link to get on my schedule somewhere in the podcast. Would love to talk to you about that. All right, there you go. Have a great day.
Hey everybody, are you a business owner ready to streamline and scale your business? Imagine solving the biggest business challenges with clarity, a strategy, and a clear plan. Hey, I'm Bryan, and I want to invite you to take the first step towards transforming your business with a free 30-minute discovery call. This call is an opportunity to discuss your goals, identify key challenges, and learn how my mentorship program can help you achieve the success you're aiming for. In just a half hour, we'll explore how you can scale your business by enhancing your authority strategy, engagement strategy, and retention strategy. You'll get personalized advice and a clear path forward. Ready to take the first step? Click on the link below that's in the show notes to book your free discovery call now. I hope to talk to you soon.